All right. How's it going there, everyone? My name is Dave Kettner here, and I have a special interview today that I wanted to share with you guys. His name is Kai Law, and Kai actually came in through our ASM4 promotion that we did back in last October. And we actually, one of the things we do with our bonuses is we have a team contest, and and basically we give different prizes and stuff for that. And Kai actually he finished in first place in our team contest, and I wanted to make sure that we got a chance to share with you what he did and how he did it, and just give you an idea that what his background was, everything like that, and just to get to know, hey, what he did. So, Kai, welcome to the interview here. Thank you for taking time to be on.
Well, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. And so I was catching him here. He's actually going to be flying back to New Zealand later today, so I was glad to be able to catch him and just ask him a bunch of different things. But let me make sure I get these numbers correctly. I think that from November 1st of 2013 through I think it was February 3rd, 2014. I'm sorry, I had the wrong date. So 2014 to the 15th. So in that 60-day time frame or something like that, you did over $57,000. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so pretty impressive what he was able to do. So I think the final number I have here was $57,374.34 that he was able to do in sales on Amazon. And were you doing any sales on Amazon prior to that, or is this the first time you started
Never,
selling?
never. Oh, I'm from New Zealand, so.
What does that mean? You can't sell in New Zealand? So you came. So tell us a little bit first. How were you introduced to ASM?
So I quit my job 6 months ago, and I moved to Thailand. So I was living in Chiang Mai, and I was originally going to do drop shipping. So I went to a retreat, a conference, and then someone was talking about Amazon and how well they were doing. And this guy was from Australia. So I was like, hey, I'm from New Zealand. I could definitely do the same thing. And yeah, I just asked him about it. He told me about ASM, and then boom, rest is history. So yeah.
So you never had any sales experience online. You're not like an internet marketer. You had no special skills or anything like that. This is all
My
brand new to you.
my original background, I was selling real estate advertising and a lot of phone sales. So the traditional channels. It's not really online,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. And so you did all this. This is all on Amazon.com. So even though you're not living in the United States, this is all sales that you did in the United
Yeah.
States, correct?
Yeah, all on Amazon.com. Yeah. New
Awesome.
Zealand only has 4 million people. There's not a lot of people to sell to, but US?
Right. So it's right. So it's even that much more incredible because I mean, there's people that we have that are international. They're like, I can't do this. How am I gonna get products shipped to me and then get them out to into the United States and FBA, Amazon, and so you just blow that all away. I mean, did you have any hesitation when you learned that this model is basically to do it on Amazon.com in the United States, being that you're in a different country? Were you worried about that or at all, or what were your thoughts on that?
No, well, obviously the person from Australia was doing it. So I asked him how did he set that up. So yeah, I just arranged everything he told me, and then yeah, so I set up an LLC. I got the EIN number, and you don't even need that. I went a step further. You could just set it up, and the money can go to your New Zealand account or your Australian account. Amazon makes it easy for you, so that's not an excuse. It's yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it seems like because does ASM make the course itself? Does it make it easier for international sellers to get you up and running? I mean, did you find that the
Yeah,
training was really helpful with that?
yeah. They tell you how to set up a Payoneer account, which is how I got started as well. And yeah, they run you step by step through how to set it up. Yeah, so it's quite easy. Yeah.
Cool. Well, tell us. I mean, little again. So this is your first time being introduced to ASM and ASM4. You had someone share it with you, and that was in October last year. It was 2014. What were your first thoughts when you were presented with the Amazon model and the ASM training and tools program? And what were your thoughts? And then what got you really excited to do what you've been able to accomplish?
I like the idea that they like essentially drip fed the program to you, so they let you do it like week by week. Like a lot of courses, they just dump all this knowledge on you, and it can be really overwhelming. So for me, I just did it week by week, and it wasn't until like the last 2 weeks in which I got overwhelmed with all the stuff that I had to do. But yeah, but if you follow it week by week, eventually you'll get there, and it's baby steps. Yeah, the people that haven't been as successful haven't followed that way like week by week. So yeah, so they make it easy for you. Yeah, but even that, some people don't even do it. So which is baffling to me. But
What part? So you started getting overwhelmed towards like module 7 and 8? Is that what you meant by
yeah,
overwhelmed?
yeah.
And it's just because it's just so much information, or it's going to be stuff that you'll eventually implement into your business?
Yeah. And that's stuff that later on can be outsourced or done later on. But yeah, eventually when you scale to a point, you'll need other people to help you out. Yeah.
Awesome. And then when we were in Vegas, I remember you said something that was really interesting to me because I was thinking, a lot of times with this model in Amazon during that Christmas shopping season, I know most of us do, something like 3, 4 times more business than we normally do. So I was assuming that you did a lot of that business during the holiday shopping season, but with you, your sales didn't even start till after that. Is that correct?
Yeah. Like, because when I first started, I didn't order a lot of inventory. So I only ordered 100 units. I was a little hesitant. I was like, the numbers look right, but I want to see if this works. So I just dipped my toe in the water, and I didn't even get 100 to sell. I went through issues where Amazon lost my inventory, inventory got damaged. I only had 60 units to sell, but that went out in less than 2 weeks. And so I literally put my listing on one day, and then the next day I got a sale. And then my my parents were like, "How can that be? That's impossible." And I'm like, "I don't know." Yeah. And then the sales kept rolling in. So then I jumped, and I was like, "Obviously this works. I'm not doing any marketing, and people are still finding it." So I decided to be a lot more aggressive. So I ordered 2,000. And then that didn't come until around January, and then I started to ramp things up. So in hindsight, I'm thinking if I did have stock during the holiday season, it would be crazy. Like yeah,
So
I'd be
you must
feeling
have
it
been
even more.
looking forward to the next to 2015, late
Yeah,
November, December, as we
yeah.
all look forward to that.
I probably could have got to the 100K mark. I'm thinking. So,
Yeah, and that's if
yeah.
you were just at that point right now. And I'm sure all the work you're going to be putting in during this year, you're going to be that much more ahead of the
Yeah.
game. So, do you have a goal for what you're shooting for to target a monthly goal by the end of the year?
So 250K a year. Yeah. So yeah, I want to build $1 million business by the end of the year. That's a yeah.
So you said
That
250K. So you mean 250K a month?
per month. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Great. That's an awesome goal to be have a create $1 million business. That's you're right on the target for that as well.
Mhm.
You did say something that you were cautious in the beginning to make sure you had a product that was selling. So we always recommend that is a good thing to do. So even though you probably could have done a lot more sales, I mean it could have been the other way around too. You could have had a product that wasn't as good, and then you could have been stuck with that inventory. So I always caution people to start slow in the beginning. So I think it's good the way you did it. But now you look back on it, now you're kind of like, oh, I wish I would have done that much more, right?
Yeah. In
But that's
hindsight.
okay.
Yeah.
Now you'll
Yeah.
be prepared for everything you're going to be doing from now all the way through November is really getting prepared for the next shopping season, next December.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when we all kind of kill
With
it.
all my new products now, I'm always way more aggressive now. I'm way more aggressive. I'm confident that the system works,
Yeah.
and the processes, the experience that I've developed over this period, that yeah, I know how to get where I need to be. Yeah.
It's very
It's really-
interesting you say that because that's one of the things that I notice in a lot of people is it comes to kind of a mindset. When you actually are hesitant, you don't have that belief, you tend to be kind of stuck in the mud. You're not moving forward with what you need to be doing in the business. And as soon as you do get that belief, you start having that success, then you start really starting to really do the things that you could do with this business. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it's like half of the battle is mindset, in my opinion. Just believing that this stuff works, Like I see other people with like they've got a wife, they've got a family. Like I'm a single guy, so there is literally no excuse for me not to make this successful. So yeah, and like my lifestyle. So with me at the moment, I don't have to work a corporate job ever again. My lifestyle at the moment, I work on my business on my laptop and I travel the world. That's something I'm sure a lot of people would like to have the luxury of doing. So it is possible with ASM. So yeah,
And Kai, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 24. So
24. Wow. All right. So you could just you have that opportunity now to just as long as you have your laptop and internet connection, you can work wherever and just enjoy the life, huh?
yeah.
Now, let me ask you this then: with people that do already have a full-time job and they have a family and they have other obligations, is this not an opportunity for them, or is it still something they could do and just have maybe more challenges, or what do you think about
Yeah,
that?
so I did run into a lot of people at the conference that were in a similar situation. So one thing I told them was, you need to you need to wake up a little bit earlier, and you need to carve out that time to do it. If you have the most energy and willpower in the morning to do it. So you need to carve out 2 hours, like the start of the day. This is time I'm going to dedicate towards it, and you need to do it in that way. Because some people think, oh, I'll just work my job, and I'll come back and I'll do it. It's less likely to happen. It's less likely to happen. And once you get this up and running, you don't need to, especially after you outsource it, you only need to handle like 2 hours a day at most. So if you do the hard work at the start, it can get easier, depending on how you want to grow it. Like I'm sure some people are comfortable with like 5 to 10K extra. That's life-changing money for most people. So yeah, it's possible. It just depends like how far you want to take it.
Right, and I think that's great advice because if you're putting this on the back burner, you're putting this last in the things to do in your day. You're right. I mean, it'll be the things that get pushed off the plate, and then things don't get done, and then months go by, and you're not able to make that income that you wanted to do to be able to start making changes. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like that when you want to go and work out at the gym or something. You have to plan it in or have a partner. Even if do you have anyone that you're accountable with? I mean, do you have any mastermind members or anything that's holding you accountable, or is it just like your willpower to keep you going what you're doing?
Well, for me, the goal of the Thailand was just make enough to stay. To stay. So that was 1K a month. So I keep setting these goals, these milestones, and then the next one was make as much as you did when you were working. And now the goal was get to 1 million. It just depends. Yeah. I'm quite a competitive person by nature, so I know some other people that were taking the course, and I was just like, yeah, I can do better than these people. I can, yeah. If I put in the time and the effort, then yeah, why not? Why not? So. Yeah.
And that's great. I thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I definitely applaud your high goals, and there's not a doubt in my mind that you're going to get there. And I'm
Yeah,
excited to help you
goal
there.
setting is really goal
Right.
setting is really key. Yeah, yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
And if you have
To me,
more, if yeah,
people are going to ask. They're going to say, what did you do? There's had to be some kind of magic bullet here, Kai. It doesn't. You had to do something special because you said, I put it up there, and things started selling. What did you do, and what was the difference that was some of the things that you did in your business that made the difference in getting to the 50K badge? I mean, what is it something special you did, or is there a magic bullet? Tell me about that.
there's definitely no magic. Yeah, it's a lot of yeah. There's a fair bit of work, but my focus is on like you're building a brand. So that's what I tell people when they ask me, how do you pick a product? So you don't want to be a one product business. That's not really a business. You need to think about like, I'm going to build a business. So so whoever buys the first product is going to buy the second product. You've got to think about it that way. And I always focus on adding value. Like whatever's out there on the market, what can I do better? Is it better images? Is it better copy? Is it I need to add a little something extra to push it over the top? I did all those things. So if you looked at my listing compared to my competitors, it just looks a lot better. And that's how you can charge a lot more as well. I charge a real premium on my product. It was $10 more than the next person. So you can only justify that if you actually have a better product with more perceived value. So yes, that's been key for me.
It's interesting to hear you say that because I'm sure you know that I teach that all the time. Premium product, premium packaging equals premium price, right? So I guess that leads to my next question. Then obviously you came in through us, you came in through the Kettner team, and we offered a lot of bonuses and support. Tell us how that's helped you in your business. The coaching, the training, the maybe the tools. What has been the impact of the Kettner team bonuses for your business and on you personally?
Well, with the Kettner team bonuses, you get a whole variety of people that have done really well already, and that to me was huge motivation. It wasn't just one guy; it was like 10 guys that were just killing it. So yeah, and each of them had some tips and advice. Every one of them has been through the course. They've been through problems, and it's good to know that those people are there and available to help you out when you need something. So that's been really key. And yeah, it's just been real. The amount of support I got is really good. Yeah.
And then as far as I know, because some people thought that Las Vegas, we just came back from Las Vegas. We had the ASM4 event. February 4th through the 7th or 8th, can't even remember the dates now. It was that first week in February. Some people feel that that information there's so much that's presented. There's so much now tools and strategies to be able to use to move forward with. How do you feel about that? I mean, as far as the next steps for you with all that you've learned through ASM and through the Kettner team and everything, what's on your agenda of things to get done in the future?
With me, it's just trying to set up more the sales funnels. So the more the back end stuff. Like all I've been doing now is just turning on Amazon pay-per-click. There's 10 other strategies you could do. There's so many. Yeah, my stack of things to do is this high, and it's So so that's why I feel confident that I'll get to that $1 million mark. If I can do half the stuff on that list, I'll crush it. I'll crush it.
How about this? People ask me this all the time. Of all the strategies and tools that you've been introduced to through ASM and through the Kettner team, what percentage of implementation do you think you've achieved? Approximately.
Less than 10%.
Less than 10%. So you created let's say if you're doing 50K, if you take 50K over 12 months, you're doing over $500,000 business a year right now. You just started, and you've only implemented about 10% of what you've learned from the course and from the team. Absolutely incredible, amazing. Thanks for sharing that, because I feel that where we've accomplished, and we're just short of the 500K badge, that we probably are implementing maybe 25% of the entire course. So it's crazy. Like you said, there's not enough time to do it, but that's where when you get to the point you start putting outsources in, you can have them do it for you. It's just there's still so much room for expansion, and that's just
you've got Facebook, you've got Pinterest, you've got Twitter, you've got press releases, video marketing. There's just so much stuff to do. So for me at the moment,
you're just talking about everything you said right there was just all online marketing. You didn't even talk about the offline marketing.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So sweet. So let me one last question for you. I didn't want to go too long here. I know your time is valuable. The advice that you'd have for other people. So if people are looking at this interview and they're saying, wow, this is something that I would love to be able to get to this point. I'd love to be able to travel the world with my laptop and just live the life like Kai's living, or I'd love to be able to quit my job, or just have an extra income at home. What would be your advice to people as far as ASM, Kettner team, all that stuff?
So my advice to people, before you even buy the course, you need to set goals for yourself. Set goals for yourself, and give milestones, so timelines of when you're going to hit those goals. Yeah. So you got to keep yourself accountable. So yeah, before you like, I tell people if you want to make something a habit. So for instance, if you want to go to the gym every day, you pack up your gym bag before you go to bed. Therefore, you're already partly doing it. So therefore, when you get up, you don't have the excuse of I need to get ready. You're halfway there. You just need to grab the bag and you get out the door. So for me, you need to set your goals, get the milestones there, and then you're already halfway committed. And then once you do it, then you'll get rolling a lot more quickly. You don't just buy it and leave it. That's where most people stumble at the start. So for me, I did that, and I've kept to my goals, and then my goals have just been getting higher and higher, and it's exceeded my expectations.
Awesome. And then as far as the bonuses through us, do you think has that helped you get further along than or you know as far as where you would have been without the bonuses? I mean, what's been the effect of all the stuff that we've offered you through our team?
I've just been able to get started a lot more quickly, yeah. And there are certain things that they don't tell you in the course, but that you tell me that it really made the difference. So yeah, and there's just the overall support from the group, and yeah, like anything we're stumbling with is you guys are just right there and letting us know. So yeah, it's been good.
Sweet.
It's given
Guy,
me the confidence. Yeah.
great information. I definitely I've learned some more information about you as well and how you've achieved your success. I thank you so much for taking the time to share with us today. And I hope you have a safe trip heading back to New Zealand and just living a life. I know. So make sure don't be a stranger. I know you're out there having a lot of fun, but I want to make sure that we continue to keep up with what's going on with you and the success I know you're going to keep on having, Kai.
Correct. Cool. Thanks.
All right. Sounds good. Take care. Have a good one.
See ya.